All right, guys, today I want to show you how we clear guaranteed $500 a week through our plasma cutting business. So if you have a small table, any kind of cutting system, you can offer this service and make an extra 500 bucks this week. So what it is there's steel stencils with a logo or a company name, phone number, whatever it is. This offer works because a lot of companies that you would love to have as potential clients, they don't necessarily know that they need metal cutting. They don't think like we're going to the office, we're quoting a landscaping job. Oh, I wonder if there's a metal cutting business that can help me. You know, a lot of people are unfamiliar with your industry, so you got to reach out to them. And when you reach out to them with a service and an offer that's not related to metal cutting, it's related to a problem that they have, then that's your foot in the door. So with this offer, you're offering them a way to put their logo and their branding on their tools and equipment. So this applies to landscapers, construction, contractors of any sort that have a brand, that have equipment, that have wheelbarrows, salt bins, trailers, job boxes, all of those. This is a great example. You could spray a logo or contact number or anything. And you can pull on heartstrings for any business that works on large job sites, that things walk away, things get stolen, but this is a good preventative measure and brand awareness. So people can't walk away or drive away with your stuff if it has your logo and branding on it, not as easily anyways. And then the other thing is passers-by, other businesses, other contractors, they'll see your name and logo no matter where you are working. Now, how we clear an extra $500, basically you got to come up with an offer that ranges between $100 and $200. We've done this to a couple different capacities, basically $100 for one or two stencils, and then plus a shipping charge. So we typically do some kind of a flat rate, so 150 bucks including shipping, and you'll get two stencils. And what that does is, we might make a little bit more if it's a local purchase, and we just say we're including shipping and delivery. So it's either 20 bucks in the mail, or if you're doing jobs around town, you drop them off at the company's office, and then they don't have to worry about you're a small guy in a home business, or where I picked this up or what it is. It's like, okay, you're a business in the city and I'll get the product delivered to my door. Sounds great. Now, how this works and how you get the jobs, very simple. You open up a computer, go on Google Maps, and you're going to pick a specific niche or service. So if you go over, in my city, it's Ottawa, Canada. So I'll go over Google Maps and type in landscaping company or landscaping. And then on Google Maps, all the companies pop up. And then say there's 8 companies, you click it, it goes to their website. You pull the email, phone number, write it down, company name, email, phone number. And then back to Google Maps, pick everybody that's in that screen. And then you drag the screen over and click search this area, and you're going to get 3 more that pop up. Go to their website, pull the email, pull the number, fill up a list. What I normally try to do is get 30, 40, 50 emails per time I'm kind of doing it. You don't want to get brain dead with this stuff, and you want to make it palatable. So you get 30, 40 emails, and then the promotion or like cold outreach on email, very straightforward. If you've done any kind of social media posting and stuff, you just want to send a picture of an example of a stencil. So you can make one for free, you can make one for your own business, or somebody that you've worked with. Just make one so you have an example, put it in the body of your email. This is what we're offering, and this is what it does. Now, if you send out 40 emails a day, you should get at least one response. If you send out 200 to 300, you'll get multiple responses. And if you can do that on a regular basis, you should be able to close 5 sales a week. It's 500 bucks in your pocket. So if you're charging 150 to 200 for this service, depending on the size, we do 2 feet wide and then 2 stencils, 150 bucks shipped to their door. You got to give and take depending on what your material cost is. Kind of look at where your profit margins are going to be, but like we're clearing $100 per order. If we're losing $50 to material, and then obviously I'm taking my time out of that, but I am I'm the business owner, so I'm just paying my wages, extra $500 a week. That's what we're after. Now, you're saying, okay, but if only 1 or 2 people reach out or respond, or 5 or 6 respond, how is that 5 sales? Not necessarily. Okay, so whoever responds, you respond to them via email, you try and close them. Most of the time, if someone responds to your email and they're interested, you can close them all through the email. You get them to send an e-transfer, or you send a payment link from your POS system, no problem. Anybody that doesn't answer, the following day, because you've made a list, what I do is I go on Instagram. I type in every company name one by one, see if they have a business page. The good thing about Instagram pages, like their accounts, if you DM them, you're likely getting the owner, somebody higher up on small to medium sized businesses. There are businesses that have, that typically, like, you know, their teams of, say, as, oh, lights off. There are businesses where, you know, it might be 3 people in the business, or like 10 to 20, and typically the owner or decision makers still have hands on their social media at that stage. So the reach out, you don't go into the full pitch again that we're offering steel stencils, this is the price, and it ships to your door. You just say, you introduce yourself. Hi, from your Instagram business page. Hi, I'm John, I'm the owner. I sent you an email reaching out for a stencil promo. We're a local metal cutting services, and I'd love to make contact with you. Something very general and very brief. What that does is 2 things. If the owner sees it, he might respond, look at your page, see what's going on, or he'll check his email. Whether he responds or not, sometimes people are pretty good at doing that. If you go through the whole list, you'll find maybe like 70% of them have accounts that you could find and reach out. You're going to get responses that way. So say if you send out 40 emails, you might get 1 response. If you then follow up with all the Instagram, you'll probably get a total of 5 to 6 responses between all of these cold outreaches. And then if you do that 5 days a week, you know, that's somewhere between 20 to 25 people responding about this service. And now businesses, especially businesses that are cash flowing and have the money, they see this as like, okay, it's $100, it's $150 for this product. A small business is reaching out. This product I might be able to send out with my crews, or give them something to do when they're not busy, or the marketing team can do some of this stuff instead of just sitting in the office. Like, a business owner sees this as like, okay, this is an initiative I could send out of my company, and it's $150, I'll do it. No problem. You send it and you get orders that way. People are willing to pay a small amount. Hey guys, really quick, if you find that you're getting value from this video, make sure to subscribe and follow along for more tips on a plasma cutting and welding business, on top of everything else, life, business, and entrepreneurship. Now back to our regular scheduled broadcast. And the last thing that this does is it gets your foot in the door. There's a lot of times where we reach out, and in our reach out we say, hey, look at this offer, and if this offer is not interesting, we're a local metal cutting business. If you need any metal projects, feel free to reach out. And what that does, so what we've had is we reach out with this offer, not interested, and they say, but can you quote this job? And we've landed like $3,000 jobs off this reach out, because they see that they cut metal, and this is a company that is familiar with that service, and say, oh, we need metal cut. What would you price out these parts? And then the final caveat to that is, sometimes the companies that order this, you want to keep that and note that. So say over a month, you've had 10 companies order this. Like if you're starting this and you've had 10 people order this service from you, the next 2 to 3 weeks from when you've delivered this to them, you say, hey, we're doing another promo, or hey, we're trying to sell more of our sign services. So if you want a sign for your office or a larger sign for your exterior, we do signs. Are you interested? And we've had 2 companies that have bought these stencils and then gone off to order larger, like $600, $700, $800 signs from us after buying a stencil from us. So it's a foot in the door. On a big company, if you do one order with them, they're more likely to be willing to do more orders with you, whether they'll send you more quote requests or they'll be more responsive to your outreach. That's the name of the game. If you send out the emails, you hit 40, 50 a day, you're going to clear an extra $500 or more in your week in any size plasma cutting business. If you have a small table that's 2 or 4 feet, you can do this service. If you have a large 4x8 table or bigger, you can do this service. If you need to cash flow and you need the business, or you have sales and design people that are they need to generate more money, you say start this outreach. Reach out to companies, show them that you can do their logo in metal, and you'll start making sales. It's pretty sick.